Greetings everyone, this is Kenyatta Robinson. Just decided to jump on. I haven't done a live in probably close to a year, so I just decided to jump on while the weather's holding up before it starts raining. Right now I'm cooking a rib roast on my PK360, so we got that going. Trying to keep the temperature close to 225. Right now it's a little bit under, but not far enough for me to be concerned about it. Please feel free to drop a comment. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's any topics that you guys want to talk about. I appreciate you joining me for a little bit. So again, if you're just joining me, my name is Kenyatta Robinson. Thanks for joining me on my Backyard SmokeMaster BBQ channel. Just here to talk barbecue, one of my favorite topic subjects. So feel free to leave a comment, ask a question. I'll walk over to the PK. So I got the PK360 going. This rib roast has been on probably close to an hour and a half. So my intent here is to check on it every hour or so and just rotate the position. We're doing 2-zone cooking, so we've got some lump charcoal over here on the right side, and the rib roast is off on the left. So after each hour, I'm just gonna rotate the position of the roast to try to get it to cook pretty evenly. And again, for the first 3 hours, just trying to keep the temperature close to 225. So let me get this closed back up. Monitoring it with my fireboard. I wanted to get out and do this rib roast yesterday for Christmas, but it was raining all day here and it was just going to be a little bit too tough. All right, I'll try not to make you guys dizzy as I get back in front of my computer. So again, that's a look at what I've got going on. Tomorrow, if the weather holds up, I've got a rack of spare ribs that I've been wanting to smoke, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. All right, so don't be shy, guys. From what I can tell, I don't think anyone has left any comments yet. Or, if you do have a comment or a question or anything you want to talk about, please feel free. Let me just do a couple of more checks here. So again, that's my fireboard probably letting me know, yeah, my temperature dropped pretty well below 225 when I had the chamber open on that PK360. So it looks like we're at 199 and climbing back up. So if you haven't been on the channel lately on YouTube, I have dropped a couple of videos over the past 10, 15 days or so. Let's see, we did one on the Looftlighter. So that's an electrical, basically it's like a high-powered air blower, and basically the purpose of it is to help you get your fire started. And the version that I tested runs off of electricity. I believe they claim that the temperature gets up to, I want to say 1200 degrees, and it did a pretty good job of getting a fire started within about a minute. You don't need any wax cubes or fire starters or anything. Just point the Looftlighter at your coals and it'll get a fire sparked up and going. So pretty decent device. Not necessarily one that is, mandatory, to get your fire started. So I wouldn't put it in the must-have category, but, in a pinch, it gets the job done, and it's pretty fairly priced, the electrical powered version. They also sell a version that is battery powered that's considerably more. I want to say the electrical version is, I can't remember, it's either $100 or around 140, no more than that. I can't remember the exact price. But I think the battery operated version was close to $300. All right, so I see my man Kenny has joined me. What internal temperature are you going for, and how long will the cook be? So, I'm not one of these guys that likes rare, medium rare, so I'm probably going to let it go to about 140, 145 internal. I think most people you see that do rib roasts, like on YouTube, will talk about pulling it at around 120, 125. So I've already had it on the smoker for 2 hours. I think it'll probably take me about 4 total. But yeah, I'm going for 140, 145. Yeah, I agree, Carl. The PK360 is great. I haven't really been using mine a lot lately, but something just, I don't know. I think maybe because I saw that PK came out with another grill by Aaron Franklin, so it kind of had the PK on my mind, so I decided to go ahead and use it. So actually, I'm at that 2-hour mark, so I'm going to go back over to the PK and rotate this rib roast. So bear with me while I walk over there. And again, I'll try not to get you guys dizzy. So I just had the chamber open. I'm still trying to recover a little bit of temperature, but fireboard's got me at 214. So let me just set this down. So again, what I'm trying to do is keep this, you know, cooking relatively evenly. So obviously the coals are over here on the right. So I'm just going to rotate and turn this rib roast around. So let me do that. Get that closed back up. So again, I want to do this once per hour. So I'm going to set a timer here so I don't forget to rotate it again in 1 hour. So the next time I rotate it, it will have been on the PK for 3 hours. And that's when I'm going to start checking the internal temperature. I expect by then probably be around 120 is my guess. But you know, I'll use an instant read thermometer to get an exact temperature after that 3rd hour. All right. Hey, Two Steph, thanks for joining me. You've been one of the longtime supporters of the channel. Definitely appreciate that. Happy holidays to you too, brother. Let's see. Okay. Kenny, what rub did you go with? Oh, okay, so actually this one it's a rub made by Jeff Phillips. I'm trying to remember exactly what it's called. I have it in the kitchen. I will run in and grab it real quick. Let me just respond here to a couple of the other comments. Robert, hey smokers, how was everyone's holiday? I know mine was pretty decent. Raining a lot here in the Bay Area, so didn't get out to too many places. Just spent time with my parents, but it was pretty chill. Hope everyone had a very nice Christmas and continue to have a good weekend. All right, let's see. All right, Robert's got a tri-tip going today. What smoker are you using? All right, so I'm gonna actually run in and grab the rub that I'm using on this rib roast because I can't remember exactly what it's called. So I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, guys. So again, this is a guy, Jeff Phillips, and this is it's just called Jeff's Texas Style Rub. And he's actually one of the first people I came across when I started to really get into barbecue. He has a book that I picked up, and some of the very first recipes that I tried were made by Jeff. And he also has a YouTube channel. I think it's called Smoking Meats. Yeah, smokingmeat.com. And it says so on the packaging here. And he recently started to make his rubs available. I recently saw them in Ace Hardware. He also, you can also I think, purchased the ingredients or purchased the recipe for his rubs, and you can make it yourself. But he also now sells it in retail, so that's pretty cool. All right, Kenny, you have that rub too. It is good stuff. Sometimes, you know, again, my wife and daughter can get sensitive to the spicy stuff, so sometimes they started to complain a little bit, but I think that rub is really good on ribs, chicken, also shrimp. Really good with shrimp. All right, Zach, could you do more cooks on the 360? Absolutely, absolutely. I noticed that on my channel, the videos that seem to really get a lot of attention and do the best are the ones related to the my Lone Star Grill offset, and then also the Weber Summit Kamado. But I will also, you know, try to work in some more videos with the PK360. I know I did a video on, I think it was cooking a pork butt on the PK360. It was one that it was like an all-night cook, and that one did really good. So definitely good to know that there's interest, you know, in seeing more cooks with the 360. So I'll try to work that in. All right, 2 steps. Says, I purchased a Traeger Ironwood 885 3 weeks ago. That's my Christmas gift to me. I heard that. And my first cook will happen for New Year's Eve. So that's great. Congrats on getting a new pellet smoker. I think that Ironwood is a pellet smoker. And, you know, one of my very first, my first pellet smoker was actually made by Traeger. It was the Traeger, I want to say it was the Traeger Junior. And, you know, I had a lot of trouble with that pellet grill, wild temperature swings, just a lot of issues. But I know that over the past few years, you know, their newer pellet smokers are really well regarded. And I've heard good things about that Ironwood. So I think that's a really good choice. So I think you'll enjoy cooking on that. So what about you guys? Do you guys have, or what did you cook for Christmas? And, you know, are you planning another big cook for New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? So Kenny says the PK looks small, like something for a tailgate. Yeah, actually, it's kind of interesting. Actually, when I bought my PK, that was really what I had in mind for it. It was, you know, before the pandemic, and I was really thinking when I do go out, you know, it would be cool to have something that's portable. But what surprised me is even though the cooking surface itself isn't too big, the footprint is actually kind of big. So it's a little bigger than it looks, but you can break it down and take it different places if you wanted to. So actually, let me go walk back over there. All right, let's take another look here. So all of this breaks down, right? So you can actually remove the stand that it sits on from the capsule, and you can also take the shelves off. So you can break it down, and that's what makes it pretty portable. But when it's all put together, I think because of the width of the shelves, gives it a pretty wide footprint. And PK also sells a couple of other grills. Like I said, they have a new one that's been designed, I guess, in conjunction with Aaron Franklin. So that new version, I think, just came out maybe a couple of months ago. And then they also have I forgot the name of the model, but it's a really small, like, I think maybe it might be called the tailgater or something like that, but it's much smaller than this. It doesn't come with the shelves. It's basically just like the capsule. And I think that would be pretty perfect for taking out with you tailgating. And then they also have the original PK, which also, you know, is a pretty good size. I mean, you know, basically all of their grills, I think, are considered portable. And they're very well made. They hold temperatures great. So I wouldn't hesitate considering or recommending that someone buy a PK, especially if they are looking to take it and go portable with it. All right. Yeah, I agree, Two Steps. The PK, again, is a very nice cooker. He says all you need is the grill grates for some steaks. That was also one of the reasons why I wanted the PK, is because it's really easy to set up for two-zone cooking, which makes it ideal for doing steaks. Do a reverse sear. You have your cool side, your hot side, all nice and compact and easy to manage. And very versatile. You can do low and slow like what I'm doing today, and then you can also do high temperature grilling as well. So actually, let me walk back over there while the PK is. I have a thought about the PK. Hold on. Okay. So for low and slow cooking, again, I've got my lump charcoal is over here on the right. And then the traditional setup for low and slow on a PK is you have the vent on the bottom underneath your coals open. So I've got this wide open. The vent on the left side, which is where my meat is completely closed. But then the vent above the meat on the left side, right now I've got it open. See, currently I'm at 215. And again, the vent that's above the meat is closed. So that's like your traditional low and slow setup for PK. But then, you know, if I wanted to do steaks or if I wanted to do high temperature grilling, you know, I could open up, in addition to having that vent open, I could also open up the one on the bottom. Or if I wanted to get it super hot, I can just open all four. Open the two on the bottom, open the two on the top, and, you know, get some really, really hot temperatures. And then if you get your grill grates, you know, then you can really do some nice sear marks. All right, guys, so it's actually starting to rain. So I did just want to get in and do a quick live while the weather held up. But I've got I've got camera equipment and my laptop out here, so I'm going to go ahead and close this out so that my stuff doesn't fry on me. So appreciate you guys for spending a few minutes with me. Kip, yeah, I agree. Oh, Kip says, just wish they made a larger one. Yeah, you know, that's interesting. I guess, I mean, that portable is their forte. But you would think that maybe they would come out with something a little larger than the 360, maybe the 720, you know, something with a little bit of a larger footprint. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I am going to try to do more lives. I just kind of got sidetracked. I had it in my head to do more, but I'm going to go ahead and do that more frequently now. I think I've got my setup together, so look for me to do more lives. Continue to look for other videos on barbecue. Leave me comments, let me know what you guys are interested in. So this was good. My takeaway is to try to do more videos with the PK360. So again, thanks again for joining. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, take care. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks again.